the front of the car now, and this is the Good afternoon and welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. I'm Mark and we're going to go for a walk around our 2011 model Jeep Grand Cherokee this afternoon. We'll start off at the front of the car. The one really attractive thing, the big chrome grille on the Jeep. We do have HID headlights there for headlight washers directly below, factory driving lights down in the bottom of our front bumper bar, and also colour-coded front parking sensors as well. As we come around to the side of the car, really attractive colour. I like the metallic black. Don't know if the camera is picking up the sparkle that you get out of that metallic finish. Really impressive. Factory alloy wheels. Now a little bit disappointing, we've got a bit of a scuff on our front right alloy wheel there. Really impressive tread on our tyres though. Plenty of tread on the tyres. As we come down the side of the car, colour-coded outer door mirrors. We've got all the distinctive chrome running around our window trims, our outer door handles, and then our Grand Cherokee badging down in the chrome strip on our driver's door. As we come down towards the rear of the car, the right-hand rear alloy, that's a lot nicer, does not have a scratch on it. And then as we get around to the tailgate section, once again presents really well. Few things to talk about here. We've got our high mount stoplight in our tailgate spoiler. All of the chrome badging continues once again. Do have a reverse camera which we'll touch on shortly, and also colour-coded reverse sensors as well. You've got the chrome and black scuff plate there as well, and I'm struggling to find a scratch on the paintwork of this car, which is a really good thing, really impressive. Is also fitted with a tow bar, and it gives us the ability in the Jeeps to tow 3.5 tonne. So if you've currently got a small boat, you need to go and buy a bigger one. As we come down the passenger side, once again the exterior really consistent, the quality of this car. No marks on our left-hand rear alloy wheel, not a mark on the actual paintwork either. I can't pick a scratch or a touch-up even on this car. And then just in finishing, another very minor little scratch on our left-hand front alloy. So, you know, apart from those couple of scratches on those alloy wheels, this car presents impeccably. So back around to the front of the car now, and this is the impressive part about it really. 5.7 litre V8 motor, so it's certainly going to give you the performance you want out of something like this. And as I mentioned, 3.5 tonne towing, and it's got the motor to pull whatever you want to. 259 kilowatts of power, 520 newton meters of torque, and 14.1 litres combined per 100 k's. So you're going to get in excess of 660 k's out of a tank of fuel. Back around at the rear of the car now, a couple of things, a couple of ways we can access the rear of the car. On our actual key, if we push our tailgate button twice, it releases the tailgate, and it is completely automatic. So you come out of the supermarket, you got your hands full of grocery shopping, just hit our button twice and it does it all for you. We do have premium sound in this particular car, which we'll touch on when we get to the interior. Therefore, speakers in the rear of the car as well. A 12 volt outlet on our right hand side there also. And then over on our left side, we've got a manual button to close the tailgate back up if you want to utilise that. And all of these are also fitted with a little torch as well, which is quite handy. Yeah, nice. The other thing we'll have a quick look at, obviously down under our cover here, we've got our spare wheel, full size spare wheel, never been on the car. A couple of good storage areas to the side of that as well. So overall presentation, and really good storage area as well. So it just gives us a lot of flexibility, this car. And as you can see, just a double hit back on the remote, the tailgate button on the remote, and it does it all for us. Okay, so here we are inside the Jeep now, and I've got to tell you, it's just luxury throughout. I'm actually driving this car at the moment as my drive car, and I've got to tell you, it's a beautiful car to drive. On our driver's armrest, which is covered in leather, all of our power window and power mirror controls. Directly down below that, we've got a preset button, which is for our driver's seat. It's fully electric, so we can preset 2 positions. So if you and your wife or girlfriend or ex want to have your own seating position, you can preset them. Up on the front here, we've got our headlight control, which is their auto headlights will turn themselves on automatically at night time. And our button below that is just to release our fuel door. Our steering wheel is fully adjustable, so it is an electric adjustment in the Jeep. So as you can see, just by that switch on my left hand side on the steering column, I can adjust the steering wheel to exactly where I want it. On our leather wrapped steering wheel, all of our cruise control settings here, and then all of our audio settings here, incorporating Bluetooth as well. Important to note, on the rear of our steering wheel in the Jeep, our controls to change radio stations are on our left, and our controls to change our volume are on our right. As I mentioned, really good sound out of the stereo in the Jeep. Moving into that section now, obviously we've got AM, FM, premium sound, CD player as well, auxiliary and USB inputs just on the side there. We also do have navigation in this car as well. So you've got all of that there. There's our screen coming up now. As we mentioned earlier, the other important thing to note is that we do have a factory reverse camera. Have a look at how clear that picture is behind us. It just certainly makes it extremely safe when it comes to reversing, when you couple that with reverse sensors, front and reverse sensors. It's a foot brake in our Jeep, so down on my left hand side is a foot brake. We just push that down to engage it and then push it again to release it when we need to. 5-speed auto 4x4, so once again really good condition. Cup holders there at the front. Also just behind that, I'll lift our console lid out of the way. As I say, 4-wheel drive, so you've got all our settings based on what sort of road conditions, or if you're off-road, what conditions you're in. Downhill descent control, and also we do have aftermarket upgraded suspension in this car as well. So we've got our levelers up and down. So depending on the terrain that you're in, as to what positioning you want the actual suspension in as well. And then behind that, a really large storage compartment here, just to store all your goodies. There is another 12-volt outlet in there also. Now that we've finished with most of the features, the thing that we probably should pay attention to is the quality of the leather that they use in the Jeep and the way it presents. Like, have a look at the passenger seat. It's like it's just rolled out of a showroom. It's absolutely beautiful. As I mentioned earlier, we've got leather in all of our door trims as well. Front and second row seats, full leather. Also important to note, this car has 7 airbags. Lynn is just zoning in on the rear air conditioning as well. So your passengers in the rear of the car can control the speed or how cold the aircon is running into the rear of the car. Last thing to look at was a privately owned vehicle. James McAuliffe, who owned JMC Tiling by the look of it, and look at the service history. All serviced by the one mechanic up in Wodonga. So country car. Car's now currently done 71,000 Ks, and important to note that our service department have just done an intermediate service on the car. They've just neglected to stamp the book. So just to recap, 259 kilowatts of power coming out of a 5.7 litre V8, 520 Newton meters of torque, HID headlights, 3.5 tonne towing, 7 airbags, low Ks, only 71,000 Ks, great service history. That's why I'm driving this car, because it's a beautiful car to drive and presents the same way. So give us a call on 99070555 so that one of us can assist you further.